You're muted, D.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Working Title Sports Show. My name is D, and right beside me is my boy CJ. We're going to talk about the world of sport and everything in it.
And, considering right now it's Thursday and Aaron Rodgers just dropped the double touchdowns for the Jets tonight, they're 14-0 against New England Patriots. I feel this is very fitting to kick off the show.
Did they make sure you weren't playing on that stuff?
No, you played, definitely. Yeah.
Wow. And what did you ever play on it?
Yeah.
What did you play on?
Percocet.
Yeah.
Sir Aaron Rodgers admitting that he did Percocets.
So you mean to tell me, not only do we have Perk Angle, we have Perk Rodgers.
Yes, we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's football season.
Yeah,
man, we missed week 1, and fuck y'all.
In the 2 weeks that has happened, me and D are still keeping to our 5 games, assessment and such. But starting off the Cowboys, in 2 games, we saw a switcheroo happen. Game 1 of the season, they bullied the fuck out of the Browns, which ironically enough, Dallas was actually the underdog in that game, and a lot of people were wondering why. Now,
how did that happen? That was a weird thing to me too, because that made no sense to how they were the underdog of that.
They're the underdog because of the fact that the Browns defense was so good in the second half of last season, and they factored that into the point spreads and such. So the logic was, Browns defense, they're going to really stymie Dallas. That didn't fucking happen in this game because
not at all, actually.
Not at all.
What happened, what was really weird with that game was Myles Garrett was getting off. Now, Myles Garrett truly was making Dak uncomfortable, but Dak never really felt pressured in that game. You know what I mean? Like, he always had to look up and like, fuck, Myles is coming from that side. All I gotta do is switch over here and make sure the block is right there. Ain't like Myles got to him a couple times. I don't think he got a sack on him. He probably did. I don't know. But I know he got to him. I know he got there on a couple of those hurry plays, huh? So it's like, okay, we had to deal with that. And Dallas just ran right over him, man. And I think the bigger story of that wasn't so much that the defense couldn't stop Dallas. It was the fact that Dallas's defense beat that sex offender like that.
Apparently re-upped on his sex offending, which I'm like, so you just re-upped
right after the game. Whoop, whoop. But right after that game, just imagine you get off that field, you taking off your equipment, you just in your Under Armour, and you look up and it's some regular dude in the suit. Hey, Mr. Watson, like, sir, look, man, press ain't ready here. I'm not pressed. You've been served. Like, what the fuck?
So then week 2 happened.
Exactly what happened to him.
But then week 2 happened. Now the Saints have been looking pretty good. They looked pretty good in week 1, but given who they played,
but everybody was saying the same thing. It's the Saints. It's the Saints.
Now,
they were playing Carolina.
Yeah, it was Carolina.
A JV team could take out Carolina.
We're going to talk about Bryce Young later, but it's Carolina. They're the whipping boys, unfortunately, this season for a lot of teams.
Yeah,
it's what it is. So when they went against Dallas, the Saints pretty much did what Dallas did to the Browns. Basically, that offense bullied the fuck out of that defense from the first snap and never let up.
Here's the thing.
For the first time, all the morning pundits was like, this ain't Dak and the offense is fucking, they're not at fault. The defense is at fault.
Before the season started, I was telling a couple of our friends, like how I felt about, how I felt about where we was going to go and where we were at with the season and all that. And one of the things I was like, I am worried about our defense. And not so much are they good enough? Do we have the right personnel and all that? No. My biggest problem was how disciplined is going to be, and how different do they react compared to when Dan Quinn was running it. And we already talked about Dan Quinn did a phenomenal job at Dallas. I think he didn't show up that last week when we was in the playoffs because he already knew he had another job. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna wing this one. That's the way I took it. But it kind of made me look at Dallas's defense differently when we lost that game. And I was like, we bully a lot of people. We bully. We just our defense is a bully type of defense. But in all the losses we got this year, including this one we got with the Saints, you hit Dallas off book the way you do. They did. And not only do you score, but you score again so quickly right after that.
And that was the crazy part. Like that play where CD scored the touchdown after he got out of that double coverage and scored. I was like, all right, Dallas is back.
I thought we look. I ain't gonna fake. The fan came up. All right, guys, we did it. Start clapping loud.
Yeah, because at that point they were one score in, and then all of a sudden the Saints was like, bet, scored. And I was like, well, that's how this game's going to be.
I really think Alvin Kamara was the main problem of that. Alvin Kamara. Already last time we seen them motherfuckers, they ran us over. He I don't think the Saints beat us, but Alvin had a game. And I always worry about any running back that comes into Dallas that can do what Alvin Kamara did.
But it's also the Saints.
Our defense didn't do jack.
D, here's the thing too. Good as the Saints are, this is what happens when they're healthy, because people forget last year they were dropping like fucking flies last year and barely holding on.
And I'm going to give them time. Because I think Kubiak actually changed this team. This ain't the same Saints team that we saw last year.
Now, I'm not going to ordain them as going.
We're not.
Now, I'm not going to ordain them as.
I'm not giving you no space.
I'm not ordaining the Saints going to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to do that. Again, 5-game assessment, because, again, I'm pretty sure Taysom Hill is happy that he's not having to fucking be quarterback and running back for the fucking team.
Nah, they're using him on what he's made to do, which is pretty much do gadget plays. That is all you do.
Because Taysom Hill,
we're going to use you as a blocker. We're going to use your receiver on this one. We're going to pitch it right to you. That's where he's best at. If he has to throw the ball, it better be in a wildcat formation, or it better be one of those plays where it's like, down, said hut. The quarterback pitches it back to Taysom. He steps back and bombs it. Those are the type of things that you keep him in there for.
3 years ago, I got thrown off when the Saints had announced that Taysom Hill was the quarterback. I'm like, was Taysom Hill a quarterback? I think I asked you. I was like, hey, D, was Taysom Hill a quarterback in college? And you was like, no.
Yes, he was. I know he was like a tight end.
Yeah, I thought he was a tight end, dead ass. I thought he was like a tight end or something, like maybe wide receiver.
Taysom Hill was actually one of the people that really, really inspired me. Not inspired me, not that word I'm looking for. No, that was actually I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put it on Taysom Hill, but I always wanted to see a quarterback that was built like a brick shit house. it could throw, have decent running skills. You know what I mean? Like, what can we do with that? What we can do as a tight end, as a quarterback? And I always wanted to see that, man, because I think who was it? Tebow. Tebow was the one that really got me going.
If Tebow actually decided to, instead of being like, I'm a quarterback, no, you're not, be a tight end. Chill. But Tebow was like, I'm a quarterback. And
no, I'm a quarterback.
Tebow, tell you do you think Tebow could have been a good, like, been like Taysom Hill if he actually was open to doing other positions?
No. Here's the thing I noticed about this. The one thing I noticed about Tebow, and a lot of people don't like admitting this with certain quarterbacks. I think all quarterbacks, much like F1 drivers, have a streak of ego. No matter what. Now, you see some that don't have it, or at least that's not the dominant side. They only get that way when they get competitive, which is fine. But there are some that I'm the number one, and that's what I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be nothing else. I'm the quarterback. I'm the QB. I'm the hero. I'm the main character. That bull crap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something like I said, that's the way I've always seen with some quarterbacks. I can see like there are quarterbacks who I like to call good leaders, where they're like all for one and one for all. We all in this. Let's go. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move. And then you get the quarterbacks who are the worst kind. I want to say the worst kind, but they know they're good. They are the shit. And they do stupid things. Aaron Rodgers. They do stupid things. And the new one I'm adding to that list, Joseph Burrow. You know what, Chris? I'm not like we gonna get to them and we get to them, but I just got to point this out to you. The Saints scored 14 in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter. It was already done at halftime.
Yeah,
we already knew the game was over.
There was usually in those games you get a sliver of hope, but it's all dependent on how you do in the third quarter. But at that point, the beginning of the third quarter kind of showed it was done.
I think what really made it official. See, the first interception wasn't Dak's fault. The quarterback, the wide receiver fell. And I remember I was at work and I said this to the nigga, like, man, the wide receiver fell. Man, there y'all go making excuses. And I know I'm talking to Redskins fans because they don't understand how a QB and a wide receiver really works. So it's fine. But if you see it, oh, that was textbook. Wow. What was you doing? Mm-hmm. That was textbook. The second one was when it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I saw what Dak saw, but when he threw that shit, motherfucker, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like
one of those.
It was wild too because I hate to say this. This is again, it's the annoying thing with Jerry. Jerry waited until they stepped on the field against the Browns to finally be like, "All right, Dak, here's your contract." And all of us Dallas fans like, "Yeah, you could have did this shit way back in like May."
And now everybody's done with it. Now everybody's going to be sitting here. We have our first, because I knew it was going to happen our first loss, because everybody has this weird assumption, and this is why I hate the Dallas media. The Dallas media don't do it, but the Dallas Cowboys organization can stop it, but they don't do nothing. Is you could protect the nigga that's the quarterback of this team. You could back him up. You could act like you have confidence in him. I had to see y'all do this to Tony, and now I got to see you do it to Dak. Why? Mm-hmm. You know our fan base is just as volatile as anybody else's, and you're going to sick our own fans on Dak, the best quarterback we had. And I say I love you, Tony, but I think he's better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to throw this dude in the trash. He had to get paid, and everybody had to ask me, "Oh man, y'all paid him too much." No, we paid him what he's exactly worth. You mean to tell me Joe Burrow is getting paid more than him? Okay, fine. He took it to the AFC Championship. I deal with that. But you mean to tell me Justin Herbert? No. You mean to tell me Trevor Lawrence? No. Deshaun Watson? No. Geno? What?
Unlike Deshaun Watson, Dallas.
All these people more than Dak, man.
Unlike Deshaun Watson, Dallas isn't going to be getting kneecapped by this contract because the Browns are pretty much fucked with that Deshaun Watson.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him in a way because it really was a turning. You thought there was going to be a turning point with the Browns. At least they played Jacksonville the next week after they played us, man.
Look. Man. Speaking of which, Giants. I laughed at a clip that I saw where it was the Hard Knocks, where they said, "Hey, we don't have Saquon. What is our identity now?" Because Saquon was their identity on offense.
Pure identity.
What is their identity now? And it's like, well, Daniel Jones. And I'm like, Daniel Jones is your identity.
And they really said that with pure confidence, Chris. That Daniel Jones is going to be the one. Straight faced about it. Let me tell you, this had to be, and I mean it, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart as a Washingtonian. That was one of the most impressive, sorry-ass performances I have ever seen from the Redskins. I say impressive because of this. The Giants didn't score. They was hampered because they didn't have a kicker, and Graham Gano cannot kick no field goals. Oh, man, but he's a punter. Punter. No. I'm sorry. The kicker went out. Not the punter had to get in for Gano. So it's like, yo, he doesn't know what he's doing. He can't kick them like that. They're whiffing everything. So they got 6 in the first, 6 in the second, and 6 in the fourth quarter.
Uh-huh.
The Redskins, however, played the long game of sorry ass football team. We're going to kick these niggas to death. 7 field goals, Chris. Hold on, let me get 7. That's 7 field goals. NFL record.
That
That was
game,
one of the most incompetent things I have ever
that
seen.
game,
And yet, Chris, you and I had to have these assholes. Oh man, y'all lost. Y'all never scored,
but
really.
here's my thing. That game was just a test of patience watching it. I'm sitting
You
back
mean to
like,
tell me what? I'm looking at the stats, Chris. 425 yards of offense, and y'all never got in the end zone.
7 times 7 field goals.
Oh my God, that is pathetic.
Here's my
Y'all
thing.
had the ball. They had the ball for 37 minutes, and all they did was kick field goals.
Dude, we don't get
Not
we
a
don't
victory.
here's the thing. We don't get the Washington Commanders until Thanksgiving and last game of the season. Now-
man, that's a good thing.
now my
That's
thing
a
is
good
this.
thing. We ain't
Now
got we ain't got to talk to them, I guess.
Now my thing is this. If they keep this up for the season at this rate, that Thanksgiving game is going to be a fucking slaughter.
Oh my God. And you know, look, and rightfully so, Redskin fans. You can say, man, oh, yeah, y'all beat up on us, but you can't do rightfully so, but y'all suck, so shut up.
But again, I always
shout out, real talk to anybody on the Redskins. I don't mean this. I don't know anybody on the Commanders, real talk. From the bottom of my heart, shout out to Brian Robinson Jr. You ripped and roared, nigga. You had a game. That's 133. Hey, salute, man. You ain't gonna be too many of them. Maybe next time you play the Giants, but you ain't gonna get to it still.
my thing is always kind of like you. The NFC East is going to be interesting. The Eagles they're in the same boat with Dallas, just for different reasons. The NFC East is going to be
actually worse than us.
How do you figure?
I mean it.
How do you
I mean
figure?
it.
How do you figure?
I actually think the Eagles are in more bigger trouble than us. Unlike our defense, who fell asleep, and Mike Zimmer's over there like, oh God, I forgot how to coach. Okay, we had.
I mean, he took responsibility. I give him.
Which I'll give him credit. Yeah, fall on your sword, fix it. We know he can like fix it. I don't know if he's like, again, I'm not super sold on Zimmer coming back to the Cowboys, but whatever.
Yeah.
We know that he has competence. I don't know if the Eagles have anything as an identity on defense. And to make it worse, the coach of the Eagles, hey, Jalen, I'm gonna throw you right in front of that fucking bus. He threw. How did you? I love Philly fans, Eagles fans. Y'all got done dirty by your own coaching, man. This is actually a small problem that the Eagles have had for years. It's not so much the team. We have seen great teams for Philadelphia. It's the coaching that fails them. And as good as Andy Reid was, he couldn't win nothing. He just couldn't win nothing big one. When you had Peterson, oh my God, we got the coach that could do something. Y'all got a Super Bowl with this nigga and still kicked him out the door because he failed.
Basically
So
told
it's
him
like
to get the fuck out of here.
They have a real problem with coaching, man. They have a real problem with coaching and that thing. And remember, last year they put Patricia. They had Matt Patricia run the offense. They had him run the offense or the defense? Oh, the defense, yeah. And shit, like, yo, the Eagles got a coaching problem, and it's like generational. That's the problem. That's the problem with the Eagles, man.
I mean,
It's more so coaching, but it ain't to take away from them. Sorry, and Chris. You know what? I know what you're. You know, I always make fun of you when I say you defend things and you go into the Tampa 2. At least you go into the Tampa 2 and not to prevent defense.
Speaking of which, D,
what are y'all going to learn? Stop doing that in the fourth quarter when you have a team that's trailing. Why are you going to go into prevent?
Prevent defense doesn't prevent shit except preventing you from actually making the other team not score.
I don't get it.
Prevent defense only works when you're up by like 15, 20 points.
15 points, yeah. If you're trying to park the bus on a team, yeah, go into prevent.
Or I'll even go so far as to say, if you got an 8-point lead, you might be able to skate by on prevent defense, depending on who the team is.
These niggas be getting 3-point they're ahead by a team by 3 points and immediately going to prevent defense. Then remember they could have been up on them anyway, but they decided to go on fourth down right in front of the goal. You could have kicked it. You could have just kicked it. That's the cockiness, man.
Look who's having a great two-game sprint in the NFL. Baker Mayfield is
Thomas Mayfield has been cooking.
He has been cooking after 2 games. Again, it's just 2 games. Things can change.
Yeah, I agree.
But he's been looking pretty good. I think after Tampa extended his contract, he's like, "Fuck it, let's do this."
And I'll agree. I think there's a part of Baker that really, really, really wanted that confidence from the organization that he was going to be a man down there. And I really think that's what did it. I really actually shocked how the Lions played that game. Like,
yeah, Lions. I had high on them,
but they really couldn't get nothing together. Yeah, I know. He jumped over that. I think he scraped the scrotum. But anyway.
Hey, the Detroit Lions are a team that, like, I had high hopes for. Again, it's only 2 games, but like because of what they did last year, it was like, oh shit, man. So for them to do that against the Bucks, it's like, wow, okay, damn.
And the Bucks played up on them. It feels like it's like I don't want to go there with the Lions, but the Lions we planned for them to sputter a little bit. I think everybody planned for the Lions to have a bit of a, all right, we got the car started. We can go on now. But I don't think it's going to be an easy way. And then you got the Bucks who are, if the Saints, God, I hate going with these ifs the second week of the season, but if the Saints are going to keep on this thing, that's what I'm saying. The Bucks going to have to step it up.
Falcons are going to be in the wild card talks, depending on how they go.
Falcons are the Commanders of the South right now, so that's not going to happen.
I mean, when you got Kurt, you like that Cousins, who I find it funny that he woke the fuck up against the Eagles and was like, it's Cousins time.
Let's go. This ball.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, Kurt was looking like a legit fucking elite quarterback against the Eagles. I was like, God damn.
Who out there? Michael Vick? Is Matt Ryan back? What is this?
I mean, he gave hope to the Atlanta faithful. They were like, oh,
never so glad. I was so glad that I decided to tune in at the end of a Philadelphia Eagles game. I was entertained. I was like, oh shit, the game on. I wonder who winning. No way. They're about to march this shit up the field.
Everybody was like me. We were like, oh, Eagles got this shit. All of a sudden, I see the fucking, hey, Kurt Minifield. Oh, man, the Eagles, they're losing against Atlanta. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all had that shit won, and you let the Atlanta Falcons come back on you?
Man, damn. Look, 22-21, like I said, we look, I'm not about to stay on they shit. We got other football games to talk about.
Rams Nation's in dire straits because Cooper Kupp is out. Not out for the season. Not out for the season because he didn't have to get surgery, but he gonna be out for a minute. And Rams Nation is in shambles right now.
The Rams kind of knew that they were going to be in a rebuild mode, especially with Aaron Donald gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They knew they were going to have to be in some sort of a soft rebuild mode, but golly, I can't even tell you what the Rams where they're at right now, man, as a team. Because I thought they had the squad, but they didn't. But that dude right there, that dude over there with the good old Negro lips, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm saying this. Nigga, you like your daddy. You are just like your pops. Marvin Harrison Jr. might end up being what I like to call a problem. Mm-hmm. I think he actually might be because when everybody was talking about it when he was playing for the Buckeyes, everybody was talking about, oh, he might be the real deal. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, that could be the nepotism talking on you on that one.
Exactly. Everybody thought it was the nepotism,
which is fair.
We might be looking at a superstar, yeah. But look, second week.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, Kyler Murray, is this the same Kyler Murray? Did he study a tape?
Hey, D. But second week aside, my petty is strong. Hey, 49ers, how you doing?
Oh man, it's going good, ain't it? It's going good, ain't it? It's going
Don't like that loss, huh?
wonderful.
It ain't fun anymore, is it? Not fun anymore.
Man. It's always funny. It's always funny. I thought, I was talking to my friend.
Justin Jefferson cooked that fucking defense. Holy shit.
Boy, the best part for me is that Brock Purdy, like, no, they ain't got a real running game right now because what's the face is gone. But that being said, shout out to Mason for running 100 yards. How did you get 100, nigga? Well, whatever. It's like, y'all ain't got Debo. Debo gone. I don't think he's gone for the season, but he gone. Kittle's gone too, by the way.
Kittle's has been doing okay. He's playing. He's playing.
He's gone too. He's going for a couple. He's playing this week.
He might play.
I can't be
maybe column, but I laugh. I was like, hey, 49ers, what's up?
Man, y'all lost to the Vikings. Hold up. Hit the e-brake. No, y'all did not just lose to the Vikings. You lost to Sam Darnold. That's who you lost to. You lost to Sam
Special guest appearance by Justin Jefferson.
Man, y'all got cooked. That is like I feel bad for them.
But we have to be remiss if we don't talk about this. Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams. I feel the game against the Texans was their come to Jesus moment. That first week was an anomaly. So like, but at the same time, I'm looking at who's the Texas quarterback? Strode. I like how CJ Stroud, little bro, fucking Caleb Williams. I'm like, both y'all the same fucking age, damn near. What are you doing here? Like,
now that being said, the Bears, the Texans did kind of try their best to hand the game to the Bears.
They did.
Because they tried their best because CJ only got 260 yards, only one touchdown. Because I think a lot of people forget this. Outside of Stephon Diggs, he really ain't got that much of a target out there.
But that's
he
what
just had a season last year.
And that's why, I'm not jumping on the Texans are it. It's like easy. Like last year, great, fucking phenomenal. This is the sophomore season. Let's see what they do.
Y'all not out of that. Y'all not out of y'all what I call generational sorriness yet. Okay, we don't know yet. All right, we gotta give it another year. But that also being said, you mentioned Caleb Williams. He threw 2 picks, only got 174. The one part that got me though is that they used him in the running game just like they did Justin Fields, and he got 44 yards, which leads me to believe this, Chris. Chicago ain't learned a fucking lesson. Y'all about to ruin this dude. Y'all about to ruin him. Y'all about to ruin him because a lot of people are questioning Justin Fields right now in Pittsburgh. So
hold on.
I'm saying, don't y'all ruin this kid.
I would say this about
because I see some, just like Justin Fields, I see real potential in Williams. Is he the man? I don't think so, but we'll find out.
Here's the thing. I feel Chicago kind of kneecapped Justin Fields' confidence a little bit, but like him with the Steelers, they have a better O-line, which I'm pretty sure he's breathing a sigh of relief. Like, oh God, I don't have to run around. I feel it's starting to click a little bit with him. He still has that Chicago Justin Fields aspect to him and stuff in certain plays where it's like, hey Justin, you had a wide open guy right there. Why didn't you throw to him? And so it's like he's figuring it out, but it's like I think a lot of people, including Steelers Nation, is like, hey, dude, pick up the speed here so you can actually be the quarterback that you need to be.
You have a decent target in Fairmouth, a decent target in Pickens, and you have Najee Harris as your running back. You have a better O-line, not a good O-line, but a better O-line that you have time with. You only gave us 117 and a touchdown. Justin, that is how Russell gets back on the field. Do not do this.
That's Russ in the first half of the game.
That's right. Yeah, thank you. Well, where's the fumble hey Chris? Where's the fumble in the one almost interception? Like then it'll be Russell.
Man.
Yeah. But switching over to the Steelers game, let me tell you something about the Broncos. Bo Nix is not it, dog.
Hey, you tell
season.
You tell that to that crack ass coach for Denver that believed in Bo Nix.
Sean Payton. Sean Payton,
Sean
might
Payton
be the
believed in
problem.
Bo Nix so hard that he wanted Russell Williams to fuck up out of fucking Denver. I'm just
Let me
saying,
get this
like,
shit straight.
you reap
Let
what
me
you
see
sow
this.
there, buddy. You reap what you sow.
So Bo did get over 200 yards in passing. He got
Congratulations.
almost 250. He got 240. He got 246 and
Cool.
2 picks.
Exactly.
He
You
took
don't
2 off that
you,
nigga.
hey. You don't throw 2 picks against the Steelers. You lose games at that point.
Yeah, exactly. That also being said, and like, don't get too excited, Steelers Nation, because I'm gonna tell you the total yards between y'all two. The Steelers got 251. The Broncos almost got 300 yards. You mean to tell me both of y'all sputtering Buick LaCrosses couldn't beat each other? You mean
To be fair, to the Steelers, it's the AFC North. And if the Ravens being in shambles right now is any indication, number one, Steelers are going to be here's the thing. Number one, Steelers Nation, rest at ease. You're going to be over 500 and you're going to make the playoffs because consistency.
Doing y'all just barely bullshit y'all do every single year.
2, you might actually win the AFC North at this rate if the Ravens continue their trajectory of fuckery and the Bengals continue their trajectory of fuckery. Bro, let me tell you something. How do you have fucking what's his face? Derrick Henry. You have Derrick Henry and fucking
and Lamar
Jackson. On paper, that should be like, oh shit, that's a dangerous duo. What happened, D? Please tell me.
I tell you what happened.
What's going on?
247 and a pick from Lamar. He's not throwing over 300 yards. Derrick Henry only got 84 yards and a touchdown. All right, I give him that touchdown. But the fact that I think the problem was this, Chris, the efficiency that they were getting it was like wasn't what you wanted at all. The fact that Gardner Minshew threw a pick and his whole sideline came to him like, dog, we need you to be the man because we think you are the man. And Gardner Minshew, to his full credit, said, I got this, and actually guided them to a win, yo. That is amazing.
Hey, Ravens. Y'all play Dallas next, and Dallas is pissed.
Oh,
you might want to be tread carefully on that game.
And then both like, see, that's the thing. I think Dallas is probably going to be treading carefully, but at the same time, I know they're looking at the Ravens like,
blood.
We've seen this before.
We've
seen this, like we've seen this shit before. And don't let y'all and that's another thing that actually kind of worries me about the Ravens, man. The Ravens are going to be more run heavy anyway, especially they ain't got Hollywood Brown. So they're gonna be more run heavy. But you gave up 233 from Gardner Minshew. That is not a good thing to me. You let Gardner, if Gardner got 300 yards, I would not be afraid of these niggas at all, man.
I got a question. I got a question for you. Are the refs in the Chiefs' pockets? Because these 2 games, I'm kind of like the second game especially. It's like the allegations is pretty strong in that game.
I'm gonna say this. I love the Michael Jordan tongue out of his mouth as he stiff on his ass. But yeah, it's nice. But if I can say anything, I really feel as though that number one, yes, the Ravens coaching is trash. Let me put that out there before I switch over. But back over to the Bengals. I think what happened to the Bengals was a combination of, yes, the refs are going to favor the Chiefs a little bit more.
It was so.
I think they just. I think it's egregious. It's egregious in some spots. The one thing I will say is this: that jump in the air, incomplete pass interference. No, man, it's cheating. I play football. I have been around. I played football. I played Madden. I've seen this sport for almost 40 years. You can't come up behind somebody, make contact while you're in the air, and not expect no flag to pop out.
That's just
you moved his body out the way, so
you might as well have just shot the dude in the knee at that point.
Exactly. You might as well just shoved him in midair, young. You might as well just pushed him as soon as he jumped up.
Just take the flag.
That's always going to be pass interference. Now, let's rewind earlier. That BS flag they threw that BS flag they threw on what's the name early in the game. Then the other one with Jamar Chase. Now Jamar Chase getting kicked out the game. Am I for the referees doing crap like that? No, I'm not. I mean, no, I'm not. But at the same time, yeah, you can't do that to the referees. But at the same time, these are NFL referees, and I have zero respect for NFL referees. So no, man, like, golly, I feel bad for them, man.
You want to talk miracles? The Diamond Dogs are 2-0.
How?
Well, you know, one of them was the Whipping Boys, which is the Panthers, but the other one was the Raiders.
Now, I think they got away with the Raiders game, not because the way they got over in this last game against the Panthers, it makes me question how good you really are. Remember last year when I forgot who we beat.
They play the Steelers next.
Oh, they about to
jury is out.
Some type of way. They about to fill into some type of way. I'm not going to say they're going to get rolled over.
I would say the Steelers defense is going to eat that game. I would say.
Oh yeah. TJ Watt is going to kill somebody out there. But yeah, don't look at that 26-3 and think you did something. Let's make that clear. The Chargers stink. The Chargers stink, bro.
Hey, Tua, just go home and be a family man.
Go home, bro.
Go home. Your own brother was on TV saying, "Yo," almost in tears. See, like, come on, dog. Like, just go home.
This was no closely as bad as the famous one we saw.
The breakdancing on the ground shit.
Oh God, yeah, that still scares me. But still seeing him get up, go to the sideline, and when he got to the sideline, I saw this little move from him. When he did a little dip like this and started walking regular, I'm like,
go home. Quit. Apparently, there is a stipulation in his contract where if he does retire, he does get a huge fucking compensation, which cool, you know.
Cool, great. Cool,
but
great,
I mean, they're putting them in concussion protocols for some games now, and I'm
like, and here's the bigger.
Why are we delaying the inevitable? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
here's the bigger problem that I got. My dad's prediction is coming true. What's the face? The coach for the Dolphins. Count your days, nigga. I think they're gonna fire you before you know it. Because with Tua out, your identity as a team is gone.
But Tyreek Hill's your identity now.
Tyreek Hill's the only thing. By the way, Tyreek, what they did to you in Miami, that was bullshit. I'm glad that it was on camera. I'm glad everybody got to see that racist BS that went down.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't they knew who he was, and they still threw him to the ground like he was a criminal. So I hope all of them get fired. I know that real racist one, that Latino that thinks he's white. I know for a fact he's going to be doing desk work for the rest of his life. But bro, man, I was with Tyreek. When I saw that clip, it pissed me off so hard, bro.
Because it was basically
because Chris, let's just keep it real. And I hate to be deep with this. We've seen black men die on camera like that.
Because the wild part about it was, number one, he did what he did, gave him the information, put his window up, and they were all like, "Oh, why you have your window up?" And it's like, bro, really? You know who he is. Why are you flexing on him like that? Like,
and that's the thing that get me. Ain't no way in the world you in the city of Miami right now and don't know who Tyreek. I can understand if if he was a member of the Florida Panthers, I would truly believe you don't know who this dude is.
He was like a hockey player down there. I'd be like, all right, cool.
Football in the Miami Heat. People know who the players are on those teams.
You were like the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It's like, who the fuck are you again? Like, all right, cool, fine. Yeah.
If you ain't Acuna's on the God, he's my boy that's on the Devil Rays that need a fucking leave. But yeah, if you was a player on the Rays, I can understand when somebody not know you. If you was a hockey player, I can understand you. You are in Florida, one of the capitals of football. Ain't no way in the world they don't know who Tyreek Hill is. Even if you don't watch football down there, you seen his face. Man, that was BS, bro. I hated that so much.
What thing is this? So Tyler Huntley, they signed him, and they obviously have Skylar Thompson as their other backup quarterback. Who do you think they're going to start, Tyler or Skylar?
I am not sure,
That's the $1,000,000 question. That is
because it ain't like because let me put something now. Actually, you know what? I didn't realize that. Number one, the Bills came to play, and I meant to get a picture of this awesome thing. Von Miller signed his own hat. And when you see him on the sideline looking down, looking at the pad, you like, who signature did everybody say? That's Von. Von Miller is wearing his own hat with his own signature. This is one of the gangsterest things I have seen. I love it. But more importantly, Chris, I'm looking at the stats. Tua only threw for 145, 3 picks and 1 TD. In the words of Homegirl and Dumb and Dumber, when they went in there, they was about to trash Harry Lloyd's apartment. I don't think they're going to get the message.
It's already a shithole. What are we talking about?
Exactly. So I think better yet, it doesn't matter who I think. If you're the team, I think the best thing is this. Hey, Tyreek, who do you like the most to get you the ball? At this point, that's the only thing you have, Go to your number one receiver, go to your offensive lineman. Hey, who's the better of these two? Because I see damned if you do and damned if you don't in both hands, So I don't know who you go to on that one.
Here's the shocker.
And Tyreek, he only got 12 yards. What? Boy, the Bills ate them alive. Hold up. Better stat. Josh Allen only threw for 139.
I'll say this. Seattle being 2-0 isn't shocking.
That's not shocking.
Charbonnet is the go-to running back now because he was behind I forgot who he was behind, but that dude got injured, so now he's the guy. And
yeah, he was. But remember, he ran over Dallas last year, so that don't surprise me too hard, man.
Yeah, running over is I don't feel he ran over.
Yeah, because he only got 38 yards.
Yeah.
So he's the man. He's going to be.
Yeah, he's the guy. But they basically use him as utility because he got more catches than like rushing yards and stuff.
Shout out to Geno Smith.
Geno has been pretty good and stuff. DK Metcalf doing DK Metcalf shit because. That picture is just funny to me.
This picture is awesome to me. I know he didn't catch the ball. One thing I can say about the Patriots that they're 1-1. They're not going to be great this year. They're not. But I see a lot of potential on that.
They're going to tread water.
They're going to tread water. They're not going to fight for the playoffs or none of that. Well, they might because the Dolphins might be sorry as shit this year. But that being said, I really feel that the Patriots are in a good place as a team that doesn't have plans to go to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think you kind of like some of the pieces you got. You obviously got to find another quarterback. You obviously got to find this. You can actually sit back, breathe, and just enjoy the football for what it is. You're not going to really do nothing this season.
Now my thing is this. I talked earlier, Bryce Young. One of our friends, Keaton. He's a Carolina Panthers fan. So I have to say this. I feel Carolina Panthers really fucked Bryce Young's confidence up big time because rookie season, it's like they threw him to the wolves. Their O-line was shit. That dude was running for his life. Here's where it really solidified to me. That Dallas game. When you have Micah Parsons, you're staring at the barrel of Michael Parsons coming at you every fucking play. That solidified it to me.
Stop him.
That solidified it for me that they really set that motherfucker up for failure.
I feel as though,
I feel sad for him, honestly. I really do.
Gilbert Arenas said it on his show about rookies that go into the NBA where they're not so much set up to fail, but they're set up not to grow.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people overlook that. He mentioned Kwame Brown. A lot of people will agree with this, and we, to a degree, agree with this. Yeah. Kwame has size. He's a great rebounder. He's not going to give you 20 points, but You missed. Hey, put back. He's good at you can make him
Dude,
do
when
it.
he was with the Lakers in the in Carolina,
best shit. I'm about to say Charlotte. Some of his best stuff.
yeah, it was
You
great.
have the potential of making somebody decent. Is he going to be a world beater? Is he going to be LeBron? Is he going to be Giannis? No, he's not. But you can use his size, use what he got to his advantage. You got the right coach in there. You can breed something nice out of that. And Gilbert made a good point. A lot of rookies don't get that. And some rookies don't survive until their fourth season, because some of them, by the time they get to the fourth season, either they out the league or they're on the bottom rung of the league. They're like number 11 or 12 on the roster, and they can't do nothing. And football is a lot more brutal to me, especially if you're a quarterback, and especially
A
if
number
you're
one pick quarterback.
A number one pick quarterback playing for the sorriest team in the
And you were like the ace in Alabama, and then go from ace to holy shit. What are you?
You have seen many damn homie in high school. You were the man homie type of shit that goes down in the NFL.
And I don't blame that on Bryce. I just feel like Carolina.
Not at all.
Carolina just, it's like his confidence got just, because Justin Fields, we just mentioned earlier with Justin Fields when he was Carolina, I felt like his confidence was getting kneecapped because of just where the Bears were and the organization and all that stuff. So him being with the Steelers, it's better spirits. He has Russell Wilson there to help him out. Cool.
And if you do good, you're going to have the backing of the Steeler fan base, and that's a huge thing. So
Bryce Young got benched. Bryce Young got benched for Andy Dalton, and I'm not saying Andy Dalton is somebody that won't teach him. I'm pretty sure Andy Dalton can show him some stuff, but like the Panthers organization ain't really doing them any favors. Honestly.
Andy Dalton is going to be doing much better for those veterans and for people that can, not even veterans. There's no vets on this team that you can really point at. Oh, that's leadership. You can't. No, this team, no. This team last year they were bad. This year they're going to be really bad.
Yeah, I don't
like, and when I look at Bryce Young, number one, he's undersized anyway. A lot of his faults that he had in college have bubbled immediately to the surface. So a lot of people kind of don't trust a lot of things about him. I personally don't like how small he is. Not his height, how small he is.
Mm-hmm.
You up here dealing with freaks of nature. You dealing with these freaking refrigerators that got Ferrari engines on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you about to get beat the hell up. You're about to be seeing ghosts. We just seen Mac Jones went through a different way of ruining. He got psychologically burnt out by a coach who can't admit that he was over it.
Mm-hmm.
He had to deal with Belichick, and then he had to deal with the Boston fan base, and then he had to deal with a team that was falling apart all around him. And they were like,
because they missed Tom Brady so much, so they put all the hope on Mac Jones to be the heir apparent.
And it sucked. For him. They ruined him.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing: if there's anything I can say, you can look at somebody like Daniel Jones, who somehow. This is going to sound so dirty the way I say it. Somehow, ran right into a brick wall and then found the end zone somehow and won a couple games for them.
Daniel Jones, to me,
and keep it real talk and all the respect I can give Daniel. Yes, you won those games. That wasn't Saquon, that was you. But that also being said, you were playing some sorry ass teams.
Can I be real? Daniel Jones, I give him credit. He got confidence. He don't let none of that shit deter him. He is the definition of through God all things are possible. That's what that's what he lives by.
He had a gun for his job last year and didn't do nothing. The Italian dude, what's that? DeVito. Thank you. DeVito was he had a walking meme behind him. You know what he said? Nah, I'm the leader. And threw and actually scored. I think they lost that game, but still.
Yeah. He was like, "Nah, I'm the face. I'm the face of the Giants. Damn it!
Look at me. I'm the captain here.
Captain now, and the Giants busted him with a contract.
Hey, yo, Daniel, the whole ship is sinking. I need to let this motherfucker know who the. Bryce don't have none of that. I feel bad for Bryce, man. I really do. I think he's wrong. I really think he's done. And in second game of the year, and you benched him for Andy Dalton, who whatever Andy do is going to be way better than Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
You burnt this dude, man. I feel like remember we took. Remember how we felt about Trey, but Trey Lance before he came in the league. I mean, before he came to Dallas, we was like, "Yo, so he's done now, isn't he?" It's sort of like that, yeah.
Real quick, on baseball. So I saw a tweet from somebody that this is funny. Bear in mind, this is in 2018 that this was tweeted out. He's basically like a high school hitter. MLB scouts believe Shohei Ohtani won't be able to hit big league pitching. Somebody quote tweeted that and said, "Fire that scout immediately, no questions asked. The game's left them." Because did you see the record that Shohei Ohtani has been breaking? They just beat the Marlins 20-3. 20-3. 50-50.
What did they do to you?
Eclipse 20-3 and eclipse to 50-50.
This makes me feel as though
this is sick.
Look, if you want to look, I always say this because as a dude that does this on the show, you better pat your stats on these sorry ass teams. I do.
All I'm saying is this: as somebody that's an Orioles fan, if somehow the World Series is the Dodgers and Orioles, I'm like, RIP Orioles, you ain't beating the fucking Dodgers.
Actually, yeah, you are. The Dodgers are.
I don't know, man. Dodgers
are paper bowl to me. Yeah.
How do you figure? How do you figure? Please explain it to me, because I mean, Dodgers.
I don't know. I don't trust them. Look, I can't tell you.
Is that your Nationals? Is it because the Nationals got bopped out of the playoffs?
No, Chris. We got bopped out before the season started. Fuck you, number one. And number two, I have been enjoying these mid-ass summer games of the Nationals because there's a lot of growth that the team is seeing right now, and the minor league team is doing pretty good. Who was it? Our single A team won the championship. So like I'm chilling right now, man.
Is the Blue Crabs part of the Nationals?
No, I think that is the Blue Crabs part of the Nationals.
No, the Orioles. The
Frederick, is that that's the
Frederick is I think the Nationals.
That's the Frederick's the Nationals. Yeah, but y'all, man, they won their single A. Good for them. And but like I said, I'm enjoying it. James Wood is a excellent hitter right now. At least he's showing some potential. All that. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. But that being said. No, not that I don't think the Dodgers are bad or anything like that. I don't trust them. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. I don't trust them. I'd never trust the Dodgers, yeah. But shout out to a team that when I was a kid, I was saying to myself, they're never gonna win nothing. Shout out to the Brew Crew. Y'all solidified the National League Central. Good for y'all, man. Good for y'all, because that's a different team. They're a bit scary because they got some great hitters on that team, man.
I'm just sad because the Orioles had like a 5-game slide to where the Yankees got first, and then now the Orioles are like atop the wild card standings now, and I'm like, fuck, couldn't he? And somebody pointed somebody pointed this out, and I forgot too. The Orioles are a young team. They were rebuilding so much. They're a very young team, so a lot of the growing pains from the bullpen and all that stuff is gonna really show itself going into the playoffs. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to. It's going to, and that's going to be the main thing that's probably going to hurt them. But let me just put it to you this way: I'm looking at the standings. Okay, this is what we got so far. The Yankees already clinched. The Orioles are leading it, but I'm gonna say this: I think it's locked up for the East. Even if the Orioles they ain't got enough games.
The West isn't locked now.
The Red Sox ain't got enough to get past them. So I think it's a lock. It's going to be them. The Central, however,
the Chiefs are the only one. The Royals are the only one that's like close to maybe taking them.
Now that being said, we got the Central. The Central division. The Guardians already clinched. They got the clinched. We got the Royals.
Forgot Cleveland are the Guardians now.
There are three. Yeah, I know. There are 3 teams though in the Central, and this still can go either way, especially with the way the playoffs are set up now. The Royals have 82 games. The Twins and the Tigers are both tied for 80 games. I didn't know the Tigers was actually this competitive this year, but
they've been
so it's still a race. excuse me, it's still a race between them. I didn't know that. That also, but while I'm on the Central, I'm gonna say this: congratulations to the Chicago White Sox for being officially the sorriest team I have ever seen play the sport of baseball. Did you know? And people are saying it's too much. Did you know the other night they had 14 people at their game?
Mm.
That is officially the most pathetic game of baseball that has been, because before it was like, I think it was the Mets and the Marlins, and they were playing in Miami. And outside of the people that worked at the stadium, probably 5 or 6 people were actually at the game.
God,
It
minor
was one of the
league,
most
dude.
pathetic
High
games
school
ever.
baseball games get more people than that. Jesus.
Dog. All right. Anyway, in the West, it's a bit of a race, and I understand why they haven't closed it up. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: the Rangers are not going to get there. They ain't going to be the Rangers. But everybody's looking at the Marlins. I don't think the Marlins are going to make it. I think it's just going to go to the Astros, and we're going to get 3 teams from the Central that are going to be in the wild card. I think the wild card literally is going to be the Orioles, Royals. No, I'm sorry. Somebody's got to drop out. I forgot about that. So I think it's going to be like the Orioles, Royals, and just for the sake of it, Twins, and then the Astros. But yeah, they're pretty much that's the American League. National League is not clinched yet it's not clinched yet for the
I think
East.
the Brewers and the Dodgers are the only 2 that clinched.
Yeah, they're the only 2 that clinched. As for the East, the race that I see is the Mets and the Braves, and I swear to God, if the Mets make it, I hope they fail in fantastic.
I mean the Padres are atop. Actually, the Padres are atop of the wild card.
They are on top of the wild card. My bad, you're right. So we're looking at basically Philly, the Mets, Padres. And that's where it get interesting, because I think Atlanta might slip in. I think it's going to be 3 teams that come out the East. I think it might be 3 teams, because I don't think there's enough games for Chicago to make up. Actually, it won't be.
No, it won't.
Chicago only got 77 this year. I'm sorry, the Cardinals got to 77 games this year. Really? There wasn't nobody coming to their games either. Seriously, I didn't know that they was that good. That's about it.
Yeah, if you're mediocre, you can get through. But
you can get through.
Speaking of
shout
which,
out to the Pirates. Y'all thought y'all was gonna have a good season. Y'all might end up with an 84 and 84 record or something like that, which is fantastic. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be 500. But that being said, though, much better than they thought they was going to be. They thought they was going to the playoffs. That shit didn't happen either. Y'all ain't got the bullpen for it. I know that. You know why I know that? Because I sat and watched the Nationals cook y'all niggas. And what was that, like in June? And I was like, y'all ain't got nobody pitching.
Now, shifting gears to WNBA, Portland is coming back as a team for the WNBA now.
Well,
starting in 2026. They left to become the Fire. Oh, who the fuck is the Fire? It's not Chicago.
The Fire was the Sun, right? You mean the Sun, right?
No. Suns is Phoenix, so it's Fire.
I'm talking about the Connecticut Sun. So wait a minute. Let me see this. Portland is going to the WNBA.
Yeah, Portland. Yeah, they're going to be the 15th team in the WNBA.
I'm sorry. What was that team that they said they were going to replace? I just saw it too. I just saw that shit too.
Yeah, they're returning back. They're returning back to Portland because they had left.
When did they left? I didn't know they left. That has to be all the way back in like the ancient, not the ancient days of the WNBA. That got to be before the WNBA.
So now when you think about the WNBA, you have the Golden State Valkyries, and now you got Portland. So that's 16 teams total now, which is
shout out to Angel Reese for being being the Rookie of the Year, which I knew it was going to go to her. I see a lot of people mad at that. Well, at least not the Rookie of the Year. I don't know if it went to her yet. It didn't go to her yet.
I don't think it went to her yet.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. She's just been having an amazing defensive year for a rookie, which makes me still laugh. It's like she is like, yeah, what's their record? 13-27.
Aja Wilson, though, she has been cooking this year. So Angel Reese actually had the WNBA single season rebounding record, and then Aja Wilson last night just said, "Oh, that's cool, that's cute. I beat it." Like, okay.
Angel killing everybody this year, just cooking everybody, man.
And then had the audacity to break the fucking WNBA single season scoring record, and also first player in league history to reach 1,000 points in a single season.
I'm gonna say this I'm saying this right now, and I'm saying this right now. Queen Swoops, give me your crown. I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah,
and I mean it with full respect. I was waiting for like, who's going to be the girl that's going to excel Cheryl Swoops? Asia is that bitch. She's her. That is her, you know. She is mean. I love that shit, yeah. As we got so far for the playoffs, though, eliminated already is the Sparks and the Wings. No, the Sparks and the Wings, they're out of it. They're already out of it. The Mystics are next. Don't worry. The Mystics of the Sky are next. Don't get too excited, y'all.
No. See, I'm excited because in their last game, they fucking beat Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever.
They actually beat them.
It's a good way to end the season. I'm like,
good way to end the season. Good way to end the season.
With record attendance on top of that.
Hold up. Do they have one more game?
I don't know.
Because the reason why I say with one game to go, Atlanta, the Mystics.
Mystics are done. Mystics are out. They're already locked. It's all the playoffs is locked in. It's basically New York Liberty, Lynx, Suns, Aces, Storm, Fever, Mercury, and Dream. Those are the 8 teams that's in.
That's today.
It just got updated today.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, the games are over right now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. My bad. I'm the thing I'm reading off of made note that the games are tonight. I didn't see it. Okay, you got me. So yeah, Atlanta made it. So Atlanta's in 8th place. Mercury's in 7th. Fever crawled, and I mean this because every time I watch the Fever play, y'all some sorry assholes. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even say it like that. But woof. Caitlin's all y'all got.
I think it's funny. Anyway. I do think it's funny how
for real. Shout out to the Seattle Storm and Lynx. I think they're the best teams though. But even though we're gonna see how good New York is.
Liberty Dream first round, Lynx Mercury, Suns Fever, Aces Storm. That's your first round.
And the Aces might have a chance to wait a minute. If they in that, they're going to be playing the Storm the first round.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough round. Vegas versus Seattle. That's going to be nice. If y'all care about, and I mean this, and I'm saying this full chest, I'm gonna actually probably watch that series.
Hey, low key.
There might be a chance Seattle upset them, and because come on, the best girl's playing for them. So if you're Seattle, we got to take them out. Take the Aces out now. Don't let Asia do anything.
Low key, Connecticut, Indiana might be pretty good too.
Yeah.
Because everybody's gonna look at Caitlin Clark. They're gonna look at Caitlin Clark, and they're gonna be like, "All right, is she gonna do what she gonna do?" And if the Suns end up fucking beating them, it's like, "Oh shit."
By the way, I always hate how I have to say "son" and not "sons."
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that was done on purpose. It's like, we don't want to masculate that name with the S on there to make it sound like sons. No, we're daughters.
But I will say this though, as somebody that was keeping up with a lot of WNBA this year, I'm happy to see the growth because I think somebody made the correlation that what's happening with the WNBA now is kind of like when MJ entered the league and how that kind of like changed a lot of stuff, especially with like Michael Jordan. And even the stuff with like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and how that really expanded. I think
it's more akin to Bird and Magic.
Bird Magic more than anything else.
Personally though, because I've been watching off and on and basically watched these girls in college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that the talent's been here. We just needed a superstar. Mm-hmm. And as much as it kind of annoys me because I think we overrate both Caitlin and Angel a little bit too much. they're the ones that we need to put over.
Oh yeah,
That's the one thing. That's the one thing that is rested on me, and because I really don't like the press that both of them were getting, positive and negative, because it was like and I'm going to ignore all the perverts that I happen to follow or see on Twitter or something like that, because dog, I just want to watch the game. I ain't trying to perv on these girls right now, man. I'm just trying to watch the basketball game. I'm trying to treat these girls like us when it comes to ball, like, nigga, you sorry, or like, come on, nigga, let's push it. Like, I talk, look, dog, for real. I talk to girls when we play basketball. I talk to them like you a nigga, man. Like, yo, what's up, bro? Let's go, cut. Like, you don't treat them lesser. That's how you build up superstars. I'm pretty sure Angel had to deal with some real nasty dudes blocking her shit.
I mean,
she figured out how to cross them up. D Brown's daughter probably went through the same thing, where she was like, man, my dad D Brown, nigga, dunk.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, just
like, I feel as though that, like, but the reason why I felt that way is because I'm like, have any of you seen Angel? I mean, not Angel. Any of y'all seen Asia? Y'all don't know who Asia Wilson is? Have y'all not? The Aces have won 2 in a row. Y'all didn't. What? And so when I see Angel who gets like a 10 rebound game, bitch, y'all lost. Asia on the other hand over here. So I had to realize, no, we need a Jackie Robinson. You need a Magic. You need a Bird.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody to put over the league like that. They're perfect for it. Now, thank God the WNBA is not the NBA, where the NBA just does this. What do you do? Like, what you do? Why are you putting your finger in there? I'm just trying to make sure these two play each other in the playoffs. That's all.
Oh, they can do that easily if they wanted to. Because let me tell you something. Here's how I know they're cooking the books in the WNBA. All of a sudden, we get the Las Vegas Aces versus Indiana Fever. What? So y'all purposely want to see Angel Reese and Clark go at it. All right, ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Are they going to actually play each other? No, they aren't. It's going.
I'm saying. If that happens in the WNBA finals, woo, that's home cooking. That's blatant home cooking at that point. I'm like,
y'all really pushing it, bro. Y'all really try to push for these. Though. I will say this. It's kind of funny. Shout out to Gil Zarita one more time. These niggas ain't shit. Who was it? I think it was either D Brown's daughter or it was Cheryl that said it. Oh no, they made gave him more games, all that. I'm looking at the games. It's 40. That's half the men's season. Don't act like they gave these girls a workload.
I mean, 40 games.
The look on everybody's face was Cheryl Swoops. You respect him, but at the same time, it's like, Cheryl.
I mean, to be fair,
don't be playing games like us. Don't do that.
40 games is like, that does make it seem as though the season didn't go by in a blur anymore. So, all right.
Thank God,
because it used to be, put it this way, early working title sports show before all this happened, right? When me and D were talking about the WNBA, we would sit back and be like, hold on, the season's over already? The fuck? It just started.
I was mad because I missed that whole season last year. And I heard that the Aces cooked so good that year that I didn't see. Did you watch? I ain't watched a single game of basketball.
Because it just went by like that. And it's like, yo.
I didn't even know they were. Next thing, because it really felt like everybody was still seeing Angel do this.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I blinked, the next season is here, and Angel and Caitlin are in the league. I'm like, yo, wait. Like,
wait, slow down there.
Wait, the WNBA started already, right? It's over.
No.
That's how I felt, man. I admitted on this show twice last year. I ain't watched the game. I'm so sorry, y'all.
I guess we can end this working title sports show off with NCAA football, and let's start off with HBCU. Yo, Howard, you didn't have to do Morehouse like that. You didn't have to do it like that.
No, they did. Morehouse needs to understand. Y'all are institution of learning.
Angel plays for Chicago Sky. My bad. I got it mixed up. Chicago Sky.
Yeah, I thought that. But anyway, no. But Howard let Morehouse know. Y'all are institution. Y'all made Dr. King. That is it.
That's all you get.
We don't want nobody to know what y'all logo is. It's the Tigers. Shut up. Nobody needs to know this.
Yo, that game was over. That game was over in the first half. It was like, oh, well, All right,
Man,
cool.
they did that team so dirty, bro.
And then now,
They
you
done,
know, and now we get even more HBCU glory because this weekend they play Hampton at Audi Field. So you know that's gonna be
oh man.
crazy.
Oh dang, yeah, they do play up in Southeast, man.
Oh, that's gonna
Southwest.
be
I'm sorry, they play in Southwest.
that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be crazy up there because you know Howard people they love them some Howard football more so than the basketball team.
I seen a lot of games last week, and I can
Oh
tell
yeah,
y'all.
D do tell because I saw half of it, including Maryland
I
stomping Virginia.
I didn't get to see that because every feed I got, the feed I was getting Maryland and Virginia, for whatever reason it froze up on me. I wasn't trying to fight the computer, so I stopped watching it. But I knew Maryland was stomping them. But
Hey,
as my weekend went that week, I got to see quite a few things. Number one. I actually sat to watch UNLV come back and beat Kansas. I saw that.
that was fun.
That was actually fun. Mizzou, Missouri versus Boston College was actually deceptively a nice game. Missouri is not as good as I think.
Last year they were actually really good. Last year they were really good.
They were really good. I really don't like them like that, but I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, my girl graduated from Mizzou, so that's her team. So hey,
maybe she did.
Yeah, she went to Mizzou.
Was it during the time your boy Sam was playing with them niggas?
I don't know. I
know she wasn't. I know for a fact she was. We was already out. Anyway, I saw Oregon State versus Oregon. I turned it real quick. Oregon started beating shit out their ass. Because it was it was rivalry games this weekend.
I mean, at least it ain't Tennessee, Kent State. It's like, yo, Tennessee 71 zip. Really?
I take no pleasure watching games like that. Like seeing a SEC team go on a MAC team like that. I take no pleasure out of that. Yeah. That's like an elephant trying to make love to a pit bull. I really don't.
Miami Ball State, like Miami Ball State 62 zip.
Dog, I didn't even know that was even on. The one game I saw that was actually pretty good, LSU versus South Carolina. LSU, look, Tigers. I need y'all
to escape to live to see another day.
Tighten it up because y'all like y'all can't get too close with this. Locale of the week, 2 weeks in a row for me in the college is actually Notre Dame. But Notre Dame beat up on Purdue. I'm so tired of this.
Maryland beats up on
Where was all that smoke the week prior? Where was all of that smoke? Y'all do the same thing every single year.
You and I both know when it comes to Notre Dame, when they play a team that's good, they get punched in the mouth and take it. Okay, you know this. You know this. I guess my face went into your fist. My bad. I guess my face accidentally went into your fist. My bad.
We're on television every week. You can't do that to us.
We're Notre Dame.
Notre Dame fighting song. Notre
Rudy
Dame fighting song.
Rudy, yay!
All right. Shout out to one of my favorite shows of all time, American Dad. Roger did this. I'm going to Dartmouth. Dartmouth fight song. Dartmouth fight song. I know that's not how it sounds, but I'm pretty sure I nailed the tune. What else I say? Because I'm looking at all the scores, like trying to remind myself. When I say I watch football, I watch football. West Virginia and Pitt was a good game. Pitt coming out of that thing. Pitt's doing what they usually do, showing that they got true potential of being a team that might have to mess with the ACC, but we'll see.
Oh, real quick. The previous week, Maryland, Michigan State was actually really fucking good. And I was mad Maryland lost because they could have won that game.
They had it. They had that junk, man. They couldn't keep it down to the end of that shit, man. I saw this sorry game, Duke at Connecticut.
Why?
Because Duke should have ran them over. Duke had every right to run them over, and they barely did it. Shout out to North Carolina Central for at least putting up 10 points against North Carolina University, 45-10. Good for the Eagles.
The fact that they could technically just, take a Uber to North Carolina is funny to me.
No, they could. How would you? That ain't funny because this is not funny. This is not funny what I'm about to say. Did y'all niggas really went up there like in high school where you get a ride with your friend And y'all like, hey man, where you going? We going out to Chapel Hill, nigga. That's right down the road, bro. Tobacco Road is not far from the campus of North Carolina Central.
It
So
really
I know
ain't.
for a fact they drove that 10 minutes and they saw that little cutoff when you go to Tobacco Road where it looks like black people still getting lunch now. They went straight there. Nah, man, it's right down. It's really right down the street. It really is actually. So they didn't have long to go, man. But anyway,
Also, I feel some way about the fact that California is in the ACC.
it doesn't. The California, like all of them, man. That are all the West Coast teams that are over there, like Stanford. That makes no sense to me.
That really did like there's certain. I want people to understand this. It's like in an effort of all these schools trying to get money, they really disrupted the nature of what these fucking conferences were supposed to be. ACC used to literally be Atlantic Coast Conference, meaning that if you were on the Atlantic Coast, you were in the ACC. And it's like it just got wrecked.
And that's the one thing I look. I can kind of understand from a money standpoint why you have to do this, but a part of me is like it really it's not like the integrity of the game is getting lost, but it feels like you're trying to blend everything of football in one. You know what I mean? There's no
You might as well
diversity.
just make all the
When I say
conferences one
diversity, I'm not
conference.
talking about people's skin color. I'm talking about in ways of in styles of football and styles of tradition and all the rest of that. You kind of blending everything as one. It kind of makes everything not as special as it used to be. There's a reason why people love seeing Duke versus North Carolina. There's a reason why people
Like we like Duke,
that's
Maryland.
the game I saw.
It's like we like Duke,
That's
Maryland in basketball. Like that was a
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like it was
yeah.
just
They took a stick of dynamite to that.
which
But,
well, hold on, which real quick. Every year there's an ACC Big Ten challenge. That's your prime time to get Maryland and Duke fucking going at it in basketball, and they never do it. They never do it, and that annoys me.
Never.
You
And
can-
I feel like they do that on purpose. I don't know if it's Duke or Maryland, like, no, we're not in conferences no more, or something like that. So it feels like there's somebody saying no to that. And also outside of like the throwaway games, the last two games I can say I watched was Colorado and Colorado State. Colorado State, at least you tried. This one last year where there was. I feel bad for Colorado State because they lost at home. That's the only thing I can say. They lost at home. They could have won that game. They could have had that game, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing,
but it
D.
didn't happen.
Here's my thing, D. Dion talks a lot of shit, and all eyes is still on Colorado to do something this year. And I'm still kind of like, because I made a joke in our chat. I was like, so let me get this right, Colorado. You couldn't even get one MAGA white guy on your fucking offensive line. The whole
No white boys, not one wild Samoan, nothing.
Understand, people. People might laugh at this, but you gotta understand. In college football, like your offensive and defensive line, you need at least one or two MAGA white guys on those lines because they could do some stuff here. And you didn't get none of them in the portal. And I'm just like, all right, Dion, I see what you're doing, but
No, I got a plan. Don't worry. I got a plan for these kids. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. All people can't beat Tony Siragusa. He's a defensive lineman. What'd I say? But no, like that's the thing. I can see Colorado, like seeing Colorado beat up on State made me realize I ain't had this smoke last week, nigga. Like that's all I had to say. And thank God they got Travis Hunter.
Oh,
that D's saying that 1,000%. Thank God y'all got Travis Hunter. Because everything because if y'all didn't have him, y'all be in bigger trouble than y'all in right now.
Let me ask you this. Let's go down Colorado's schedule and who they win. Might as well say fuck it. They play Baylor this weekend. You got them winning that?
Ooh, that might be borderline. That might be a borderline game. They should win it, but I got them losing.
UCF after that.
UCF. Oh, Central Florida.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't know how good Central Florida is this year. I can't answer that one.
I'm just gonna say Kansas State, they're gonna get whiz-osh.
Oh, they're gonna get washed. That's happening.
Arizona.
They could beat Arizona, but all right.
Cincinnati.
They could beat Cincinnati. I ain't hear much of Cincinnati's football team this year.
Texas Tech, I'm putting 50-50 on that.
Oh, Tech getting them.
You think Tech?
getting
Okay.
them. Tech getting them. I got Tech getting them.
Utah, they getting wizoshed.
Where they playing at?
In Utah.
Oh, they getting killed. That's happening.
Kansas, it's a winnable game.
Kansas is still trying to maintain. No, guys, we're actually good, so they're going to beat them. I got Kansas winning it.
And Oklahoma State
winning it. Cowboys are going to beat it. Cowboys got them.
So to me, it's just like
they're going to be like they were last year. 6 victories. That's what they're going to be like. Six
no
victories.
bowls.
Doing this, going into a bowl game. They're not going to like dog.
They're going to get the fucking San Diego Tax Credit Union
San
Bowl.
Diego Credit Union.
It's like Dion being like, we got a bowl game. We made it, guys.
Yo, we got a bowl game. What we playing in? We playing in the Jacksonville Mutual Fund.
Because I have a sick mentality. I needed to be Maryland, Colorado, just for the ratings, and also for Maryland to wash them.
I think Maryland would beat them.
I
think Maryland will beat them barely, but they're going to beat
People
them.
forget. Yo, I would give Maryland's football program this. Since them being in the Big Ten. Big Ten. I feel their program has gotten a lot better in terms of recruiting and getting like players and stuff, which I'm actually happy about because I think that's a good benefit and stuff. So if they play Colorado, I'm like, yeah, they're beating Colorado. They're beating them.
Yeah, they can beat Colorado. They ain't. I think they can, but we'll see, man. Because you know how it is when it comes to because of all this shit. There's one final thing I still want to give it. Because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to it. All I got to say is this. Red Bull's already lost the Constructors title already. Yes,
really?
There are still 6 more races. But everybody that can do math is like, I don't think y'all going to make it. And Max I really am planning to make a picture of Max Verstappen look like Pinky. The motherfuckers had me scared, but I held my own because he's looking over his shoulder this nigga has not won a race in 6 races. Oh, he better be glad he had a 4,000 point lead because they are because Lando.
Oh, I'm looking Lando. Yeah. Leclerc and Lando are coming for his ass. God damn.
Now Leclerc, because he's Charles Leclerc, he's going to just fuck off and run into a wall. but Lando, if Lando can get out of his own way, he's going to be a problem. But the other person that's a little bit too far back in points that's actually a problem to me is Oscar Piastri. He is actually the problem. He won in what was it? The last two? Not the last two. He won
Qatar. He won in Qatar.
He won a Qatar. No, he won the Qatar. I know he won the Qatar race. He won the Baku race that just happened this week. At Baku, and that was just fucked up what happened at the end of that shit because Red Bull really thought they had more than what they did. And they lost. Then we had what happened to points. God, them niggas is getting it right now. God is punishing Red Bull. I told everybody, somebody's like this, man, what does Max and Red Bull get away with it? I'm like, hold on. Karma works in different ways, okay? It's not going to work in the way we want to. But all I can tell you is this, and like I said, it's a bigger story. 3 people are right now on the hot seat right now. No, it's not Verstappen. No, it's not Christian Horner. No, it's not Helmut, Heil Hitler, or Merkel. No, it's not. It's actually 3 people. It's the aerodynamic guy who's leaving and going to Aston Martin. It's the strategist who's probably going to quit because she's getting cussed out every week by Max Verstappen. And then you got the dude that runs the garage who's going to be the principal of Audi when they finally put their team together in I think in a year and a half. So you already got 3 of the main reasons why you running over everybody rolling the fuck out.
Oh,
I don't know how they're going to do it, but everybody that can do math and seeing how this season's going, it's like Red Bull as a team. I don't think y'all going to win this championship. I don't think y'all going to win the construction.
Real quick on the WNBA, because I was looking for the tweet. I had saved it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ezine Kalu, she was a Nigerian basketball player that was in the Olympics.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She got picked up by the Atlanta Dream, and she's gonna be in the playoffs. She was a fucking problem in the Olympics, and now
Yes, she was.
Atlanta got her, and they're playing Liberty.
All right, and real talk, you know what? We're gonna be on here next week. Girls, I'm gonna show y'all respect. We know what time it is. It's playoff time. It's playoff time for the girls. So yes.
We gotta watch this because look, I'm looking at her like, if Atlanta upsets New York, that is going to be crazy.
I would laugh because I really don't like the New York Liberty. Why? I guess I don't know. Rebecca Lobo didn't say hi to me as a kid. I don't know.
I think it's universal that we hate all New York teams as sports fans. Whether it's fuck the Knicks, fuck the Knicks, fuck the Thank you. Whether it's the Knicks, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Liberty, the Giants, the Mets.
Wait, Chris, I got a question. I remember that clip. Why was Marvel versus Capcom on there? Did somebody really yell that out? Fuck the Knicks during that part?
I know, because you remember okay, video game history. Remember when everybody was doing like custom colors for like Marvel? So in Marvel 2, somebody did the Knicks color for Sentinel. and during the match, Magneto was fucking waxing the Sentinel color one. And Yipes the whole time was like, yo, fuck the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. You know what? It's days like this. Like, look, I don't take part in the FGC like that, but you and Sue do. I really need y'all to be commentary for the FGC sometimes, man, because y'all will have the same energy, bro.
Nah, it's just I feel if you're a sports fan, you just hate New York teams. Like, yo, go fuck yourself. Look,
I don't like the Mets because they're in my division with the Nationals. I don't like the Giants because my dad made me hate the Giants. They're like, I couldn't stop being a Cowboy fan, but you gonna hate the Giants like I do. I don't like the Jets because come on, it's the Jets. Who likes them? You know what I mean? The Yankees. The Yankees did it to themselves. All right, y'all did it to yourselves. Shut up.
As a Cowboys fan, I feel offended when people are like, "Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. You must be a Yankee fan." Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm an Orioles fan.
I'd be ready to fight people. I'd be ready to full on fight people because somebody told them. Somebody they had it among themselves. Oh, Cowboys fans. They're not real fans of anything. Shut up.
Look, to be
I'm sorry, I'm dealing with somebody at my job who's a fucking asshole when it comes to the Redskins shit. It's like, shut up. What have y'all done? You know how Redskins fans like to always go, I can't even talk to you, my nigga.
Here's the thing. If they're talking like that, that year that they had RG3 and they could have probably went to the Super Bowl, I have to imagine Washington Nation would have been obnoxious if they won the Super Bowl.
You know what I say to everybody, though? You know what I say to them every time they start stomping and start huffing and puffing? Hey, you remember that game where Tony Romo had one lung and we beat y'all by 14?
No, D.
What your quarterback doing now, nigga?
No, D. You remember this?
Do you remember where bombed it on y'all and beat y'all by 14 points?
No, D. No, it's not that one. You remember the game? It was Romo. It was raining out. Mm-hmm. Dallas was playing like shit. They're playing terrible. Both sides are playing terrible. It was raining. Threw it to fucking Murray in the end zone. Touchdown. Game over. I'm like, and it was when Romo did the fucking QTE dodge to get out of the pocket and shit and rolled over to his right and found Murray, and Murray just landed in the end zone. I was like, bruh.
They're like my problem is this. Like I said, look, Chris, I don't hate the Redskins. I pity them. Why? Because I live in the city.
As somebody that was sad when they really fucked themselves with how they handled RG3 year one, I was like, you guys were this close to actually going to the Super Bowl that year because nobody was touching you. All you had to do was put Kirk Cousins for those 2 games in the playoffs, and y'all would have been in. Y'all would have been in like Flint.
No. The Redskins decided to walk right in front of themselves and not move. Y'all got right directly in y'all own way, trying to think y'all cute.
The motherfucker said, nah, play RG3. He's the high hand, but he has a bum knee. Nah, play him. He's good. No.
We didn't ruin his career. He did. I hear a lot of y'all say that. I hear a lot of the fan base.
They pulled a
Well, I
Brett
heard
Screw
it.
Brett on
Here,
RG3 for
Chris,
no reason.
Chris, we sat there and heard these Redskins fans for years blaming on Shanahan, which, yeah, he should get blamed for. But you know who I actually really blame for ruining RG3? The fan base. I blame them so hard because the second he was no good to y'all threw him away like bad bubblegum. Like, I really hated that, man. You know what else I hated what your organization did? I hated the way they represented Sean Taylor when he died with that shitty statue. That broke my heart. That was dirty, man. Like, nah, man. I knew what that nigga meant to my city, bro. So
I mean, his own daughter was like, even his own daughter was just like, oh, he was a game changer for sure. Like,
yeah,
straight up.
like dog, like whatever. You know what? Whatever. I'm done talking about them niggas. Next week, Chris, we're going to be back doing what we do regularly, and hopefully, I have something more set up to tell everybody about what's been happening in F1. And
Also, the world of wrestling.
Playoff time, nigga. We say.
Also, the world of wrestling, because I have a lot of things to say about that. Because I've been watching it.
God,
The ultimate. Oh, we're about to get Bloodline Civil War happening.
Are we really doing it? You know, I'm not excited for it.
Hey, the Usos reunion. The Uso reunion is happening, sir.
Oh, I know it is.
Oh, the Uso reunion with Roman, and then the secret Samoan person that's going to be the fourth in that, so we can get the Survivor Series matchup.
Like, they really went for the meme and made sure all of them were there.
Look, I'm part of the problem.
Killer Fatuha, man. Like, Killer just started wrestling.
DD, I'm part of the problem. Okay.
Yeah, you are. Like, Jacob Fatu showing up. Jacob needed to show up. I'm glad he showed up. I'm glad he's getting this redemption. I'm glad his redemption arc getting out of jail has been this magical for him. No, seriously. The way he got in wrestling was because he was in jail and he was like, nah, I got to get my shit straight. My whole family does this. Let me do this shit. Not only that, you leave MLW, come over to WWE, lose weight, and you look more dangerous than you did when you were fatter.
Also, there's a meme
Look, I would give that to WWE. They're the only place I know where niggas lose weight and become more scary.
Oh, dude, we have talked at length about Gunther. Gunther is scary as the skinny Gunther. I'm like, Jesus.
Lanky, looks like he's gonna break his legs, Sid Vicious style. Gunther is a scary dude, man.
He still got the monster chops. I'm like, I guess losing weight didn't carry that. Them chops are still killing people.
No, like they're faster. They like, yo, man. And then on top of that, there's a lot to talk. There has been a lot to talk about wrestling. I will say this, though, real quickly. I really feel because I'm seeing how the only thing I've been really seeing outside of the little stuff that's been happening in wrestling is the dumb war, the dumb back and forth these idiots have been doing. I will say this to the WWE people: stop looking over your shoulder. They're losers.
They're fine.
To the AEW people, stop trying to fight Godzilla with no arms.
Take a page from what Eric Bischoff said. Focus on your brand before you start challenging WWE.
And you know what? I give it up to Bischoff for saying this because it makes sense to me. You should be putting over WWE. You should be putting them over and
WWE,
not only to WWE, but to their fan base. And then when you get big enough to think you can swing at them, then you do so. But for right now, nigga, stop.
Dude, WWE has put over TNA, and TNA has been reaping benefits from that shit.
I'm glad they are. Now, I do agree with Scotty D'Amore because they asked him who's done it better, WWE. I think they both have their equal things. I think Kenny showing up did more in a sense of trying to, I can see where he's coming from, where he liked the fact that Kenny came over there. And I understand because Kenny actually took part in matches and all the rest of that. So far, that didn't happen the other way with WWE. I think they're going to eventually do it. They probably won't. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for that New Japan WWE shit. I'm waiting for that Forbidden Door. I'm waiting for it.
The only thing we're going to get, I do see this though. because not only have I heard about certain people they want over there, but the fact that they really want to have a legit partnership with Noah, I do see NXT people going over to Noah, and I hope that does happen. Again, we don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's a lot to talk about with it. So yeah, I suggest we do that next week too. Yeah, so yeah. So we're gonna have a full show next week too.
Great, that'd be great. So thanks everybody. We actually have 5 people in this thing. That's pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. I love
All
it.
right then. Yeah, there we
I
go.
love it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, baby,
Hey.
we got 5 fans. We're going to Red Lobster.
All right. Anyway.
Hey, I love that we can compete with ESPN. Watch your back, ESPN. We're coming for you.
Right. On your tail. We on your tail, Shannon. Because I know whose tail he's on. God damn it. That was too easy. I didn't like that.
Talking women through sex. It's great. It's
Talking women through sex.
gentleman thing to do.
It's a gentleman thing to do. It's a really sweet thing to do, Tim. It's a really sweet thing. I don't know what prostitute you had. I'm gonna call her a prostitute because I don't know what she was.
Very white prostitute, but hey.
No,
judgment.
we talked about this. Everybody's saying it's a sister. I'm gonna go with it. It's a sister. So
Light-skinned sister, but cool.
stop it.
Anyways, folks.
She too dark. She gonna start asking me questions. It's gonna be like, oh, can I take it? Shay, can you do me this to me? Like, that being also said, I hate that the second I heard they was gonna do a show, I was like, I know Shannon, and I know he's an alpha male from the South. He's going to lean this. I ain't gay in that picture, am I? I knew that's what he was going to do, and he did it. I knew he was. God dang it, I knew he was. But anyway, we see y'all folks next week, man.
Peace out.
Peace.
Ooh, I got a charge out of that.